Amazing musician, leader, and human being that's done nothing but give to our program since she was in 6th grade. Everybody up here can think of a moment where they became a better musician or a person for having been around Bella. And so I'll let her talk about her piece. I just want you to know that she's a great person and she wrote a great piece. So enjoy our final piece after her introduction. Thanks.
So this is actually not exactly what I'm going to say at the conference, but I wanted to say something a little bit more specific to Pickerington and the orchestra in Pickerington during the performance in Pickerington. So this is that. So this is a project that I started around the end of last school year, and over the course of 4 months, give or take, I worked with my composition teacher and Mr. Kugler on writing this piece that you're about to hear. While I was wrapping up this piece, I actually really struggled to come up with a name, so I started asking around and showing people the audio of the piece and being like, hey, what do you think this piece sounds like? And the most consistent answer that I got from people was that it sounded kind of like a journey. So I landed on the name Odyssia, which comes from the word Odyssey, which refers to a journey. And as I thought about the name of this piece, I've thought about how it kind of relates to my experiences playing and writing music. And this sounds like super cliche and kind of dumb, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But I feel like playing music has kind of been like a journey for me. And the reason I feel like this is because the longer I've played and written music, the more these little moments have started accumulating together over time to cause a change in me or something around me. For instance, there are so many tiny moments where over the last couple years, I saw something, or I heard something, or I wrote something that made me realize I was super passionate about composition. And all of these little moments eventually led me to talk about it to Mr. Kugler, who was super nice and got me connected with Lawrence Pavelko, who's now my composition teacher, and helped me a ton with this piece. So I feel like Odyssia is kind of a testament to the power of music and consequently the importance of affordable music education that can be provided by public schools like Pickerington North. And I feel like Odyssia is really a clear product of years of instruction and support from the orchestra program at our school. However, I want to point out that many people are affected by music in ways that I don't think are as obvious. Of course, like, not everyone who picks up an instrument is going to become a professional musician, but I feel like a substantial portion of the people who do pick up an instrument, even if it's just for a couple years and then they quit, they take something away from it. Maybe practicing helped with their work ethic, or being part of an ensemble improved their ability to work in a large community. There's really so many ways that music and music education in general affects people, and I think that we actually often underestimate the effects of music and the arts in general because most often it works on people very internally, which makes its effects kind of hard to notice. But sometimes, all of the internal effects music has had on a person can accumulate into something like Odyssia. So to me, Odyssia is an external representation of some of the internal impacts music has had on my life. And I hope that this piece and this concert as a whole motivates you to continue supporting the orchestra program at Pickerington North so people in our community can continue to experience the impact of music. Honestly, this whole speech was just a really long-winded way of me saying music is awesome and you should support it. But I don't want you to just take my word for it, so here's Odyssia.